Hey everyone, it's Kelly, the Frugal Fun Mum. Welcome to the channel and to today's video. It's Monday. I thought I'd do some meal prepping and bring you along with me. I got a lot to do, so I'll chat to you in the voiceover. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start with our first meal and we're going to make a beef stew. So I've got beef left over from last week. It was in the fridge defrosting. There's some pumpkin, there's some lamb flavouring, don't ask, some carrots, some sweet potato and a tin of tomatoes. And so that's everything that's going to go in there that I can think of right now. If I think of anything else, I'll add it later. Apologies for the camera angle right now. I had no idea that it wasn't in the right position. I got a new tripod, so I'm just playing around with it. So I'm just browning the semi-frozen steel beef and yes, attempting to break it up. I just left it for a few minutes just to sort of warm up and brown itself. And then once that did finally brown on the pan, I'm just adding some water and then I'm going to let this simmer for the next 20 minutes. Next, like all good bakers, we're going to preheat the oven and then realize the baking trays are still in there. So turn it off, take the trays out and then turn the oven back on again. Oh my gosh, I am a shocker. I do not usually preheat my oven. I'm terrible. So we're going to make some cookies. We're going to use the 100 cookie recipe. However, I'm just doing half a batch today, and I'm also going to make some cornflake cookies, so you can see the videos for these already on the channel, so check it out. This massive box of Glad baking paper I love it for the fact that it's bulk and I'm never going to run out. I bought it from Costco and it was like about $14 or something on a special buy of the week, so I saved $5 off or something. So overall I'm going to save about $8 compared with buying in the supermarket, which is amazing. However, the box is too big to fit in my drawer and it's too hard to have the cylinder on its own without the tear off down the side, so I just keep it in the baking cupboard, but it is a bit of a pain pulling it in and out all the time. But yeah, so bigger is not always better. These cookies as well, super quick. I made 62 of them. So this is the 100 cookie recipe and I was able to get 62 out of this batch. Made the cookies a little bit smaller, which helped. Next, while those are baking, we're moving on to getting the veggies prepped for the stew. Just showing you a bit of a kitchen layout. There's my oven, and normally I'd put the cookies here on the stovetop to cool, but because I'm doing other baking and I need every bench space, I've just stuck a towel down on the far left hand side of the bench and they're cooling down there really nicely. Next, we're going to move on to making cornflake cookies. These are my absolute favorites and I am the only one in the house that eats them, so I can make cookies for everybody else and then cornflake cookies are my own, and I can easily make my cookies last a week. So while they have all eaten their cookies, I can still enjoy a cookie at the end of the week. I was curious to know and finally have the first opportunity, how much do the cookies weigh that I have baked, because no one was home to eat any cookies, so I was able to actually weigh the finished product. So it weighed 760 grams. So compared with the choc chip cookies that we normally get, it's a 500-gram bag. I'm curious to know price wise how it's going to work out. Haven't worked it out right now, but it's on the to-do list and I will get back to you because I'm planning a video where I'm going to be doing a price comparison with a few different things. All right, so back to the stovetop. So I've just got the stew there. I've stuck in a lamb flavoring and a can of the tomatoes, and then this is going to simmer for like another 20 minutes again. And then we've got the beef mince that's here to start with the lasagna. So I've promised my daughter that because this is the veggie beef mince, well, it's beef with blended in zucchini, carrots, and something else, I think. And the last time we had it as a spaghetti bolognese, and she said she didn't really taste very well, so I promised her that I would put it into a lasagna and then see what she thinks about that. I realized when I dumped all the frozen veggies in here, I completely forgot to take out the frozen peas. She's not a fan, but you know, a little pea never hurt anybody, did it? So it helped bulk it up anyway, and then yeah, it's good for you. And at least it's not on its own, it's within something, so she can eat it a lot easier. She's not so much sensory or texture issues with it, she just prefers not to eat it. Then I made the white sauce as well, and of course then I had to go and do the school run, so it sat here for a little while and thickened up a bit more than what I kind of liked. So the lasagna then in the oven took a little bit longer to cook because everything had cooled down by the time I got home, but that's okay, it's still going to work out in the wash, as they say. Just got this last little bit of chicken that I'm going to cook and prep with a chicken sauce. Then that way it uses something from the cupboard, but then also that's another meal that can easily be reheated, because Tuesday night I have a governing council and Zumba, and we have children everywhere with appointments, so all we have to do is then cook the rice and then reheat the main and then add that all together. So it's going to make a dinner very simple and easy, because if there's anything we need in this house, it's easy. All right, I'm going to put away the cookies now. I've been saving the bits left over from the bottom of the cookie jar, and I'm going to use them to make either a base for a cheesecake or something else down the track. I'll figure it out when I get there. All right, so we've got our cookies in here, and then my cornflake cookies, and we have the lasagna. This will feed 6 people, and so half, 3 one night and 3 another night, and my son will have something else for dinner. We have the chicken korma, which is just finishing there, and I can actually turn that off now because that's done. I've got just the leftover white sauce that I will be cooking this tonight, with also some chicken left over from last week. I'll throw that all together and we'll have some additional veggies on the side, so maybe tune in to see that in one of our meal prep videos. And then I have our beef with lamb seasoning at the back and I have some cleanup to do. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for joining with me as I bake and cook up a storm. I have more flour down the front of me than in the container. I really need to invest in an apron, I'm sure of it. But apart from you guys, no one else has seen me from the outside world, so it's okay. And the camera cuts off right at the perfect spot, so you know, so be it. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you're a bulk cooker like this on a day to do a whole lot of stuff. As you guys know, my freezer is chock-a-block full, so nothing's going in there. So at least everything I've cooked will be the next 3 nights. And you know, stew gets better the next night anyway, so that will work out very well for us, absolutely. I hope you have enjoyed watching today. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!